Valid Podcast, you dig what I'm saying. Vulnerability, accountability, leadership, intentionality, and demand. All aspects of life, and we just here to talk about it, man.
That.
We throwing it back, man. This is episode 1. We was on the couch in the basement. You know, we was in person. We was just 2 days shy of COVID-19/quarantine hitting the fan. And we back. We back in person, so.
Oh my gosh, back at it again.
Back at it again, bro. I'm hyped that we here, actually, though. Like,
yeah.
It's been a minute since we've been able to, put something out to y'all where we are actually here in person. Like, so y'all can feel our vibes in person, bro. Like, not via Zoom. I'm with it.
Be here.
So, today is our final episode of season 1. How you feeling, bro?
Accomplished.
Yeah,
we did it,
bro. We did that shit.
We did it.
We technically season and a half in. We had the season
Yeah,
point
the
5 quarantine vibes.
Go catch up on that if you haven't.
For sure, but I'm with you. I'm feeling accomplished too. We did it, man. Wasn't easy, but we did it.
Yeah.
So, I'm proud of us.
We just gonna keep going.
Keep trickling it out, bro. Today, we also got something special for y'all. We got a Q&A. We posted something up a few weeks ago saying ask us some questions, and people came through asking us some questions, and like we said, like we promised, we here to answer them. Alright? Should we start off with a validity check? I don't know.
You got one? Come on, bro. I gotta be prepared for this.
I think I got one low key.
Alright.
Real simple, straight to the point. And we kind of talked about this in a few other podcasts, but let's say such and such had a situation where they were going through it with their previous significant other, an ex, and you know, as they're going through this situation, one of their family members hits them up. How do you deal with that situation? Who's the person who got the message was upset that they got the message, so then that person started ignoring them. And the other person on the other end was like, oh, I know that they did that. Now, for person A who was upset about getting the message, one, are they valid for even being upset? Are they valid for ignoring the individual in the situation altogether?
The individual, the family member that...
The family member, the other, the previous, the ex, avoiding everything about the situation in general at that point.
At that point. I feel like so the ex can't control what the family member does.
Okay.
If they didn't know, they can't control that, so can't be mad at that.
Okay.
Now, what was the second part?
Now,
can you be mad?
Are they valid for ignoring the whole situation? Like, when I say ignoring the whole situation, I mean they probably was like, you know, ignoring the messages that the person was sending, ignored the message of the family member, and didn't want to talk about the situation that had happened at hand.
I mean, to each his own. If you don't want to talk, you don't feel like talking. That's just what it is. If I don't want to talk to you, I'm not responding. What are you going to do? Hold a gun to my head because I don't want to text you back? But you can't be mad at the family member. That's not... They can't control... If they didn't know, if they wasn't it's different if they were like, okay, can you hit up so-and-so because they're not responding to me, or because I want you to have my back on this situation or whatever, X, Y, and Z. But if they didn't know, then... But
how is that person going to know whether they lying or not? What if
You don't
know.
But in my head, everyone's lying.
You feel me? It's what if they didn't know? There's a thing. What if they didn't know? But what if they did know and acting like they didn't know?
But how would you know that?
How would you know that? But either way.
So just approach it like everyone's lying.
True. But either way, for me, the wrong in it is...
That's the way you work that one.
For me, the wrong in it is, either way, you've allowed somebody else to be involved.
Yeah, I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that. Whatever is going on between me and another person is between me and that person. It's not between you and your friends. Now, granted, I know, I tell my friends, what's going on, okay, this is going on with this person, this situation, we chat, we, hit the group chat, get, not really advice, but it's more so venting.
Yep.
But when if my friend ever went and like hit someone up, like, oh, why did you do this to
on their
Shelby?
own?
Like, I would be like, okay, bitch, pipe down. That's not your place. Like, this is between me and him, or me and her, or me and this person. Like,
yep.
It's not.
It doesn't matter what the situation is, whether it's with a significant other, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with whoever. I feel you. Like, nobody else should be involved in your stuff.
Yeah.
It's only between you and that
Especially person. Because there be stuff that, like, you say and you tell your friend that, like, it's like it might not be the full story. Like, you just telling them your perspective, and then the other person has their own perspective, and only you two really know
what's going on. Y'all know each other's perspective. If y'all know the only ones that know what's going on, then you can't have nobody else involved. Honestly, it doesn't. Nobody else really matters. You feel me? So whatever I tell you about whatever, no matter what, your shit don't really matter. But I am gonna go to your.
It's just venting. You know? That's why I said it's just venting.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really advice that you're looking for. It's just trying to get something off your chest.
Exactly. Yep. See, that was my little delivery check. So
that was okay. I feel like, okay, so who was valid in that situation? I feel like the person that, for being upset that the family member hit them up. I mean, I would be upset too. I don't know if I would be upset. More so I would just ignore it. Like,
I think that person, for them being upset, I think that's valid. Because it's like, why are you letting somebody else entire shit, basically?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, if you're letting somebody else entire shit, it's kind of like, now, if it was me, you just irk me even more. Like, not only am I upset because we're arguing, and I don't really like to be arguing and whatnot, but the fact that now somebody else is involved is like, okay. Like, if you're going to talk to your friends, I know you're going to talk to your friends. Cool. Like, and your friends are going to have their own opinion. I don't care about that. But when you start having people hit me up, it's like...
Yeah.
Even if
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of childish. Like, but if they didn't know
that, it could bring a different level. But still, like, what if that person was supposed to call the family member?
But what made that family member think that they could?
That's true too.
Hit you up.
That's true too. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But I mean, yeah, I feel like if, like, for me, what if I was to call that person or whoever the situation was, if I was supposed to call the family member, friend, whoever called me or told me to call them, and then am I supposed to listen to them? Like, you feel me? Then I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna be the asshole because it's like, am I even supposed to listen to you?
And then you're gonna start arguing with the family member.
Yeah, and now I got
it's an even bigger issue because you brought family into it.
And now they mad at me. Your whole family mad at me.
Yeah, that's not
you mad at me. Everybody, yeah, because then it's a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect.
Yeah,
you know that. Nah. But
well, that was a good one.
Yeah, nice, straight to it, right? But like I said, we got some spice for y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into this Q&A, man. We're fresh off of season 0.5, season 1, like we said last episode.
We're wrapping it up.
And we're wrapping it up to get y'all some bigger and better stuff. That's really what it comes down to. Like, that's why we're wrapping it up. But all right, you shuffled those?
I did.
All right, we just gonna pick up a card and.
Whoa. Before we continue the video, I just got one quick announcement for y'all. The new merch is here. You feel me? We're excited. We got the cream long sleeve with the pink Valid TV. Then we got the nice acronyms on the back with the pink and the navy blue. And then some spicy we got the chocolate brown with the sand on the back. I know you love it. If you're interested in purchasing some merch, don't forget to hit us up on IG or hit us up on our Twitter and reach out to one of us and we'll reach back out to you. Always tune into us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Let's get back into this video.
We're going to answer these questions for y'all.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Alright. Let's get out. I hope I get some cream. Okay. What do you envision for the future? And a little branch off from that would be like, where do you see the channel in 2 to 5 years?
In 2 to 5 years, I see the channel with at least 1,000 subscribers. Bringing in the dough.
Over. You feel me? Bringing the dough.
And just reaching like a bigger audience. Speaking to more people. And yeah, hopefully a studio. studio vibes,
yes,
just bigger and better, and expanding.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on all that. That's for sure. I think in 5 years, we should have like 100,000.
That's what I'm saying. 2 to 5, at least 1,000.
At least 1,000.
Yeah.
At least 1,000. If we can get 1,000 by next year, that'll be lit. I'm satisfied.
I feel like we could do it.
I feel like we could do it too.
I feel like we could do it.
Listen, help us get there.
Yeah.
So tell your mom.
We can't do this without y'all.
We cannot. And like we said, bringing in the dough, we doing this all for free. It's really not all about the money. However, the money is, it's nice. You feel me? But we are grinding for free. We are working.
But you always gotta start somewhere. No matter what you're doing, you're gonna invest in.
You gotta invest in yourselves, invest in yourselves, and invest in other people. Because when you invest in other people, they invest in you, and it's just a cycle of positivity. You feel me? So if Shelby invests in me, and I invest in her, and I believe in her, how she believed in me, everybody's gonna win at the end of the day. Like I always say, there's room for more than one at the top.
That's valid.
Feel me? Your turn.
Most embarrassing moment. I'm glad I didn't get this one because
dang.
It didn't say like on the podcast or just in general. So you can take that wherever
I can take it wherever I want. I don't think I've really had any embarrassing moments on the podcast thus far.
You're pretty confident in like go through or say.
Yeah, my stories is my stories. I'm gonna just shoot them out there, whatever case may be. But most embarrassing moment. I think an embarrassing moment actually for me would be like I think it's embarrassing and it's dumb now that I look at it. And you might be like, nah, that's not embarrassing, but like, bruh, freaking I was trying to impress this girl. And I was like around my mom and them, and we went out to eat, and she was like there or whatever. And the nigga wasn't really trying to eat that much because I didn't want to like be all like greedy and eat all messy in front of a shorty.
I can't.
You feel me? And then I was like, by the time we left, the nigga was starving. I was so hungry still.
You didn't eat?
Cause I ain't eat nothing like that. I'm like, bro, all this food and you ain't gonna eat nothing?
Nah, that's petty.
Bro, I was so embarrassed because at the end my mom was like, that's why you shouldn't eat. Like, I feel you. And I was embarrassed because then afterwards we kicked it afterwards too. And I was I was hungry to the point where it hurt, bro. You ever be hungry? It's like painful.
Why was you doing that to yourself?
I don't know. Now, like, to me, it's like, I don't want to show you who can't eat.
Not facts.
Like, you got to be able to bust down on some crab legs. I want you to bust down on this mac and cheese. You feel me? The wings.
Let's eat, because I love to eat.
Bro, let's go get some food, bro. That's it. Now look at me. That's how I want a shorty after me trying to get a shorty by not starving myself. Like,
nah, that's the fuck.
Dumb.
How old was you?
Bro, I was probably like...
You had to be like a teenager?
Yeah.
Because that's some...
teenager shit, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably like... I was about to go into high school.
Okay. I can understand that. I can see that.
Summer before high school.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm just figuring out. You know, I like girls. So I'm trying to... shorty, I'm trying to get a girl. You feel me? Going into high school, I'm trying to get a girl.
Okay.
It's all about to die before getting one. Still got her, but it's like, damn, you didn't have to starve. You had to starve yourself to get her.
Stomach was touching your back.
Man, my stomach was touching my ass, bro. I was hungry. I was hungry, dog. What do you feel like your purpose is? That's deep.
That is deep.
I'll add to this. Shout out to the person who asked this question too. I'll say like in the podcast and in life.
Okay. So in life, I feel like I'm still figuring that out. But in general, mostly, I know I like helping people. Like, I like, not like so I could say that I help someone, but more so like it just makes me feel good. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I'll see someone walking down the street and it's raining with like groceries, and I'll want to pull over and like help them because I just feel bad that they're walking and like it's raining and like, damn, what if that was me? So like, I don't know, I just get fulfillment out of helping people. So I feel like that's my greater purpose. In terms of the podcast, I feel like when we have conversations with people, we like get different perspectives. I feel like bringing those to light, that's my purpose. And I like hearing people's stories too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that really answered the question, but
no, I think you pretty much did.
Yeah.
And I think all of it is still like we like still trying to figure it out for the most part.
Yeah.
You feel me? I just told Shelby this like before we even started filming, like you're never gonna be really satisfied with life until you're retired, chilling, getting your money, cooling. So like as far as finding a purpose, that's tough right now because you're not even satisfied really with what you're doing. Like, you always want more, always hungry for more. That doesn't mean that, you know, you're not cooling or happy with what you're doing. You're just not satisfied, fulfilled.
And also I feel like you could have like there's different seasons in life, and for each season in your life you could have a different purpose. So it's not just one purpose.
Yeah, I believe that. Like we all going through different seasons right now, and I think like coronavirus has definitely made everybody switch seasons quick. Yeah. Like now you home. It's so easy how you could go from having a job to not having a job, or your job becomes like it's in your home. You feel me? If you work from home, so it's a different type of season, and you have all this time on your hands. People not used to having all this time on their hands, so it's definitely a different season to get creative.
What's the teen's creative process?
1,000 texts a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight like that. 1,000 texts a day. Voice messages. Someone. Like, we always get together at my crib. My mom be cooking. And we
just talking.
Yeah, we just talk it through. Talking to other people is also helpful. Like, if we have an idea, I run it by Shelby. Sometimes I may send something to my friend, like, bro, would you buy this? Like, especially when it comes to merch, like, would you buy this? Show my mom, like, would you buy this? Because I want to understand, like, the older people, too.
Yeah.
Like, mom ain't that old, but still, that's a generation before us. So, like, would you buy something like this?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's mostly our creative process. 1,000 texts a day, talking to people, seeing what they want, and honestly interacting with y'all, the viewers, as much as we can to see what it is that y'all want to see. Like, man, what is it y'all want to see? What it is y'all want to wear? What y'all want to see us talk about? What you want to be a part of? Like, we're not opposed to having viewers a part of the podcast neither. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Dang, I wanted this one, so I'm gonna answer it too. If you could have one special guest on the show, who would it be and why?
Rihanna.
Damn.
And
I'll say quick as hell for $500.
Why? Because it's Rihanna. First of all, she's a mogul. She's a fucking superstar, like boss in everything she does. And I just feel like it would be dope to have a conversation with her. Like, you remember If It's Loving That You Want, you should make me younger. Like, she came mad far. Like, she was mad young then. I think she was like 15, 16. She was a teenager, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And, like, to see where she's come now, I would love to speak with her. She's just a bad bitch. Like, Rihanna. Definitely.
Fast as hell. I think
she don't do interviews, though.
She don't. I think mine's would definitely be Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, that would be a good
easy
conversation.
Bro. Like, you could have any type of conversation with her. I think the biggest conversation I would want to have with her is, like, balancing, like, different aspects of your life. Like, she's a student, she's an artist, you know, she has to balance her mental health, she's a friend, she's all these roles, right? How do you balance those roles, and how do you balance your lifestyle when it comes to, like, the social media? You have social media, school, right? Everything that's going on right now for career-wise, and everything happens so fast. So how do you balance that?
Yeah.
Like, that's my biggest thing.
That would be a good
See, so somebody tag Meg.
And Bad Gal.
You feel me? Tag them. Let them know we trying to have a conversation. You feel me? It's ain't no interview type joint. We just trying to have a conversation. That's it. It's your turn.
It is my turn. What's the disgusting trait that you find in your exes and why?
I had a feeling I was gonna get that one too, bro. And if your cousin watched this, you know, I guess shout out to you for asking this question. He had to get spicy real quick.
Facts.
I don't really know. As far as all my exes,
like a consistent
trait. I would say clinginess. It's not disgusting, but that's like one of those biggest things. Mm-hmm. And I was with somebody for years, and they weren't that clingy at all, but they were. We were young, so we automatically spent a lot of time together. But then when we got older, we couldn't spend that time together. It was still like, damn, we want to talk 24/7. Like, what? It's not doable all the time.
Yeah.
So that's the clinginess. Like, yeah, you know me too. Like, I don't even want you too close to me.
I'm the same way.
Like, once you're just there all the time, it's just like, move, please. Like, yeah, so I'll say clinginess. Why is it a bothersome to me? Because I like my space, man. I'm really an only child. I've been an only child for the longest. I do have 2 little sisters, but
you're the majority of your life.
Majority of my life I've been an only child, so I like my space. And who likes people in their personal bubble anyways?
Some people do.
All the time,
Some people do. Some people like that.
But Shelby can tell y'all, if I have somebody close to me for too long, I'm going to straight up have to say, move.
This bitch will then be like,
move, please. There's no reason for you to be this close. Like, I love you too, bro. Like, come on.
Just an asshole, bro.
Yeah. Sometimes. But yeah, the clinginess is for real what it is. I think another one would have to be expectations for me. Like, that's a big one for me. Expectations. If you put too many expectations on me, the chances of me fulfilling all of those expectations is slim. It's just like, sometimes, I'm saying this like I'm not a female, but females know that they have expectations of their significant other. And sometimes they're expectations that the significant other doesn't know of. Like, I expect my person to go outside and behave a certain way, right? That sounds bad, but it's like, if you're in a relationship, you're supposed to act a certain way, right? Now, if you have that expectation on me, you expect me to act differently because I'm in a relationship, that's not doable for me. I just can't act differently. I gotta be me. You feel me?
What type of shit is that?
I gotta be me, bro. Like.
But you expect them to not be them.
But listen. I want them to always be them. But if you expect me,
wait. Hold on. Pause. We gotta do like a set, like a video with all the clips of your toxic moments. We gotta do a video because Ari be saying the most toxic shit, bro. What? Did y'all hear what just came out? I can do me, but she can't do her.
She can do her. Here's what I'm saying though, right? Because people. All right, no bullshit. 9 times out of 10, bitches don't trust me.
Why?
I don't know, but if you expect me to like go out and not be a goofball, I'ma always be a goofball no matter what. You feel me? So if I'm playing with a female, you feel me, and she takes it a certain way, that's not on me. That's on that female.
Now, you've been like that.
I've been like that.
Okay.
If the female oversteps her boundary, it's up to me to be like, cool, like, nah, that's not, and I will always do that.
But same with the shorty though. If she has been a certain way, if she was like that, and then she's out and she's playing with, let's just say it's another female and a nigga, like, you can't be mad because that's been her.
But
if she been posting half naked pictures on the internet and you cuffed her like that, then you can't be mad if she's still posting. That's how you met her.
Delete them.
Nah.
Yeah, you capping. If you're gonna post if you're in a relationship, you're gonna post half naked pictures on the internet. Like, first of all, you shouldn't even have to do that, ladies. Should not have to post half naked pictures on the internet for you to get 1,000 likes or whatever. The likes don't even matter. You're for the way you are. Now, if you was posting half naked pictures on the internet, I might have to, I don't know, babe, you might have to cut that down a little bit. It's a respect thing. Because if things start meeting my cousins and my cousins is following you on Instagram and you posting half naked pictures, now all my cousins done seen half the goodies. I'm confused.
I mean, I feel you.
Do you see? Like, I'm not tripping.
I don't know. Some females, personally, I don't do that, but some females are like that. And, like, if that's how you met her, then you can't be mad if she's still doing it. That's how you met her.
But she wasn't in a relationship.
So
now she is.
That's her. That's
now you have to take into the consideration of your partner. Like, I'm going to take into consideration of my partner. Although I may be playing with a shorty, and she oversteps her boundary, I'm like, chill. I got a girl. You feel me? Easy. But for me, right? 9 times out of 10, I mess with femmes. They don't got gay written on their forehead.
Yeah.
So niggas ain't gonna be like, oh, don't mess with her. She like girls. They're not gonna do that. What they're gonna do is still trying to get at you, but it's up to that person to be like, nah, I can't do that. But however, for me, it's like, if you don't, for niggas sometimes, if you don't stop that in the moment, they may continue.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So to me, it's like,
it's just up to her, like you said. Just like it's up to
you. It's up to her as well, but I still expect you to not give them the impression of something else.
Yeah.
Off the rip. That's the change that I'm looking for. Don't give anybody the impression off the rip.
Okay.
See? I'm not as toxic as you think. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm not as toxic as you think. I ain't gonna let you answer that one. What inspired you to start this podcast?
Aubrey. Aubrey was an inspiration. I'm pretty sure y'all heard this story 1,000 times before, but yeah, basically Aubrey.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet, straight to the point.
What are the biggest resources that have helped you along with the course of starting the podcast?
I think Connor from Golden Dare Productions, he was definitely on my ass about it. Like, shout out to Connor, but he's annoying. He's a good annoying because he's always like just like going. So he was always on my ass about things, and so then, yeah, that's been a good resource for me so far. Just figuring out what I need to even get it started, as far as equipment to get it started. My cousin, shout out to my cousin Buki, if you don't know, the Real Mojo Sports Reviews, Point of Views. He was a big help too. Just going to him as far as like how does he maneuver, his channel, and putting me on to certain things that I needed as far as like Anchor, how we got everything on freaking Spotify, all that. It was legit. Like, he told me, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna check it out. I checked it out. I texted Shelby the next day, like, bro, we on Spotify. Easy. That, just like that. Yeah. And then from there, it was like, we just kept getting on more platforms. I'm texting Shelby every day, like, bro, we on this platform. We don't even know half the platforms that we on. So that's been my biggest resources. That's the second one. And then the last one, like, you. No, that's like third one. You definitely, Shelby's biggest resource too. She always Googling shit. Always Googling shit and like, let me know, like, bro, we should do this, we should do that, we should apply for a grant. Like, I never even thought about nothing like that. You feel me? But the fact that you even like sent it over, I was like, all right, we thinking big now. On my ass about like making everything an LLC. Like, that's like the resource that we need. And slowing me down. Always I say that, slowing me down. So I could be resourceful, so I could utilize those resources in a great way when I am slowed down. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, I would say everybody who's on the podcast, like, they always connect us to somebody else, or they always say, oh, you should check this person out. And then from there, yeah, we just keep it pushing. Who we meet, who we talk to, like. So yeah, that would be me. Mm-hmm. Last one, I think we both can answer this, but greatest accomplishments with Valid TV.
I feel like when we sold those shirts to the
they don't even know.
Oh, they don't. Okay, so basically we sold, I don't even remember how many it was, but we sold a large
113
amount, of shirts to a graduating class of 5th graders. I felt like that was a big accomplishment because, and it was our Valid TV Say Their Names t-shirts. So I felt like that was big because it was for a cause, like it stood for something, and then it was just their 5th grade. Like, I still have shirts from when I was like mad young, so that's something that they're gonna have for a long time. So I feel like that was a big accomplishment, and I was proud of us when we secured that bag.
For real, and it took a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yo, it took a lot. That was gonna be my greatest accomplishment too. Like that was like, that was also the biggest accomplishment for me, because like I said, it put us on the map for sure as far as like people hearing who we are, and us. I feel like that solidified us knowing that us just knowing people who know people is gonna get us somewhere, and continuing to be consistent and continuing to just do things that we believe in, that we truly believe in, and us being able to donate $1,000. We haven't even shared that yet, honestly. Like we were able to donate $1,000 to two causes, not $1,000 together, but $500 to two different causes who stand for social injustice. One, we donated to Black Lives Matter Boston, and we donated to Justice for Breonna Taylor. And that was like, when we were able to do that and actually stick to what we wanted to do, that's why I was like, all right.
Yeah, like that was a big moment.
That was a big moment. Like I felt good.
Yeah,
for sure. And then knowing our connections, that's great too when we meet more people. I feel like those are always great accomplishments when we meet more people, and people be like, "Yeah, I see you have a podcast," and I'm like, "I didn't even talk to you."
Right.
So that's mine.
Okay.
But, all right. Now I got questions. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You can go first.
All right. So here's how we did it. Before we started, we talked about writing down 2 questions, but I came up with 3 for me. Writing down 2 questions for one another that we don't know the questions. We knew these questions and that they were coming. But, you want flip-flop?
Yeah, we can flip-flop.
Alright, my first one would be, if you could change one thing about Valid TV right now, what would you change? Or say, what would you strengthen?
What would I strengthen or change? I don't know.
That's a good one.
Got me stuck on that one. I don't know what I would strengthen or change. I feel like I like the direction we're going in with the content and just like the conversations that we're having and the people that we're talking to.
Yeah.
I would say maybe like in terms of who we talk to, maybe just like elevate in that. But it's not like there's anything wrong with the people that we're talking to now. I'm just always open to having like bigger conversations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't really change anything at this point.
I like that. We're definitely moving in a different direction.
Yeah. Okay. My question is, what's your favorite thing about Valid TV as a whole?
As a whole, our acronym is LIT. Our acronym is probably like the biggest thing. Yeah, and it stands for like everything that falls in that acronym, and it just being valid. Like you valid, I'm valid, everybody valid. When you hold those things accountable for yourself, see, look, like they're in your everyday language, and so it makes it more relatable. Our slogan, and that's valid. Everybody says it.
Yeah,
I'm feeling like that's valid. So that's and the merch. The merch is crazy. Our crazy ideas, our colorways, like the stuff that we're putting out. So everything. When I look at everything, I just be like,
that's valid.
You feel me? Okay. I'm gonna save my second one for the last one, but my third one basically was: would you rather fame or the money?
Money. Easy.
I like that. That was fast. Easy. Why?
Fame, because number one, I don't like people in my business. And a lot of shit comes with being famous. Like, people are always in your business, clocking you, what you're doing. They want to know what you got going on, who you with. Like, and then people try to tear you down, too, when you have more fame and, like, you're more accessible to people.
Yeah.
So, you got to have, like, really, 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 really tough skin to be famous. But I love money more than I love clout. So
that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah. If I could be a low-key millionaire, like just chill, duck off, nobody know who I am, and
That's
still be making money, like I would be fine with that.
I don't even think I would wear the expensive stuff too. I think I'll just be chilling.
I would be okay. I would be okay with that.
I'll just be chilling.
Okay, my last question is, where do you draw inspiration from, if anywhere?
Where do I draw inspiration from? I think, I would say for the podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the podcast first. For the podcast, I think my biggest inspiration is just like what I see in the future. Like my future goals is my biggest inspiration, as far as like keeping everything just pushing. Like I say, I sent Shelby 1,000 text messages a day, but I make it annoying. But I just feel like if I just keep pushing, like we gonna be there. Mm-hmm. You feel me? That's my biggest inspiration. As far as life, like my biggest inspiration on staying, like keep going and doing things, I would say my family, but I would definitely say the work that I do is like my biggest inspiration, because I see people go through the most traumatic aspects of their life when they lose somebody unexpectedly. And I went to a funeral once for somebody who lost their life, and they talked about this girl as like she was just amazing, right? And then I called my mom, because she checks on me afterwards, and I seen a lot of people at the funeral that I knew who were hurting as well. And I called my mom like, hey, can you check on such and such? And my mom was like, who passed away? And I told her to look it up online, and she looked it up, and she was like, I knew her. And I'm like, what? And then she started telling me about like the night that she met her, but it was only for a few hours, and everything she said on the phone was everything that people said that knew her all her life.
Yeah. And
I was like, that's having a life that is impactful. Yeah. That's having a life that people are gonna remember, because if you could meet me and feel my energy
for a few hours and remember
that, right? You feel me? Then that's like,
yeah,
like she inspired me easy. And I didn't know her at all. And anybody who knows Jamia, who passed away, like I believe that's her name. Like, yeah, she inspired me. I never got to meet her. I never got to see her that night, and I was supposed to go over there, you know. But for her to have that energy like that, I'm like, wow. Like, don't just remember me when I'm gone. The fact that you remember me in general, yeah, and who I was and everything, was like, that's impactful. And the same thing I talked to you about Miss Lola. I used to work with Miss Lola. She's the same thing. Lost 2 of her sons in a year span, and still worked every funeral of everybody who passed away. And it was like, yeah, I want to be that impactful, yeah, basically. So that inspires me to kind of keep pushing. And, you know, people go through life and they would be like, my parents are my inspiration. Like, my parents is cool, don't get me wrong. They did what they had to do, and they continue to push me to be better than them, right? But, like, they're supposed to do that as parents. But as you get older, you start dipping and dabbing into different aspects. So,
I like that.
That's my biggest inspiration.
Okay. We're going to close it out with the final question.
Yeah, this is for you, because I know it's coming up. What are you most excited about when it comes to your move to the A? Oh, man, happy for it, bro.
I'm just excited because everything is just like new everything, new blessings, like new beginnings. Like, I'm just excited to start like a new journey into like a new place home. Just like plant myself somewhere and just like thug it out by myself, dolo. Not really by myself, because like, you know,
I'm gonna be there.
I got family and stuff, and already people telling me when they're coming to visit me. So yep. I'm never gonna be by myself, but it's just like, you know, just a new journey and being like a young independent woman. So that's what I'm excited for, and just new experiences. Yeah. New everything.
I had to ask. It was only right.
We lit.
So when y'all see Shelby next time, she's gonna be in the
motherfucking A, bitch. Get at me.
Yo, so anybody who's in Atlanta who watches us, Hit up Shelby if you're trying to be on the podcast. Maybe. You feel me? All that. You know? And I'm going to be there. What you talking about?
Facts.
I'm going to be there, bro. Wait. But, all right, we going to wrap it up. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to season 0.5, to season 1, if you've been rocking with us since April 16th. I remember the day we dropped our first episode, bro.
That was the first day?
That was the first episode, official episode that we dropped, and that was us on this couch, man.
Wow.
Filming,
April?
April.
It's about to be September.
It's about to be September. Everything happened that fast, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy, right? So, stay tuned. We got more things in store for y'all. We, like I always say, if you follow me on social media, we working. We working, we grinding. But like always, this is Valid TV. Vulnerability, accountability, leadership, intentionality, and demand. All aspects of life, and we always just here to talk about it.
Stay valid, stupid.